Indy News number 127 is coming right up. We're going to cross over different companies and different universes in the world of independent comics. We're going to go to Oni and talk about Six Guns' new miniseries. We're going to go over to Valiant and talk about Quantum and Woody and the new Harbinger miniseries they've got coming up. We're going to go over to Dark Horse and talk about Hell on Earth and how it's going to be an ongoing story throughout the beginning of 2013. And we're going to stay in Hell, but go over to the Dynamite part of Hell and talk about the Devilers. I didn't write this stuff. I just reported. Coming right up. Stick around. Help us here at Alternate Reality to improve your kids' grades. Now, we know that good grades deserve a reward, and that's why we have the Alternate Reality Good Grades Club here at the store. If you have a grade schooler in the Chicagoland area, either city or suburbs, bring in their report card and we'll issue you one of these. Alternate Reality Good Grades Club card. Now, for each A, your grade schooler will receive a 2% discount, and for each B, a 1% discount. Now, based on this report card, this grade schooler is going to get an 11% discount here at the store for everything, all the time, all year long. So come on down to Alternate Reality, because good grades deserve a reward.
Santa Claus is coming to town, and boy, is he pissed. Bo didn't know that it was Mrs. Claus until it was too late. Listen up. This may be his last Indie Comics news.
To quote Merlin, the doom of man is that he forgets. Independent Comic Book News, episode 127.1, Rumpus Cathedral.
Hey folks, Comic Book Man here. Welcome once again to my video outhouse. Bo?
Yes?
This isn't Marvel News, this is not DC News, this is not Barella News. What kind of news is it?
Indy News!
Indy News! Which is coming to you from this place, Alternate Reality, located at the intersection of 111th and Kedzie in beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood. Alternate Reality, where all my new comics, especially all my independent comics.
Those really need the help.
Always 15% off every day for everyone. All my Oni comics, all my Valiant comics, all of my, what else are we doing here?
Dark Horse
Dark Horse
comics,
comics.
all my Dynamite
All my Dynamite comics are all 15% off every
But
day
not
for
the
everyone.
Boom comics. Those
We're going to run across a ton of different worlds in the Indie
it's a
universe.
potpourri.
This is a potpourri edition of Indie News, and we're going to start off with Oni Comics and Six Gun, and a new miniseries we got coming up called
Sons of a Gun.
Didn't they do this already?
No, because this one starts in February. Maybe they're
Okay.
a one-shot. No, but
I thought they did Sons of a Gun already.
No, that was Sons of Anarchy. That's a show on FX. But Cullen Bunn, Brian Hurt, Brian Chirilla, they're going to do a limited series. It's going to be a prelude to the Six Gun ongoing. It'll focus on the four henchmen of General Hume.
Brit
Now-
Hume?
Yes, General
Brit
Brit
Hume?
Hume. Yeah, so basically they hang around Fox.
A president. If the president thinks that, the president of Congress.
Bluster.
Remember Brit Hume? Remember when he had journalistic
Obama's a
integrity?
socialist.
Remember those?
Yeah, I remember those. Anyway,
Yes.
Anyway, Valiant Comics, meanwhile, has done something with Quantum and Woody that you just will not believe. What have they done?
They've got old issues of Quantum and Woody online. You can
Why?
actually look at
Because
them
I don't
online.
believe that. Why?
Because there are people who, when Valiant came back, said, when are Quantum and Woody getting back? Now, the problem with that is the fact that, well, Mark Brighton hasn't drawn comics in quite a while, and I think James Owsley hasn't done anything either. But
Okay.
so if you're waiting for a new Quantum and Woody series,
Well,
sometime in
doesn't-
2013.
Well, that doesn't mean they couldn't do a new series with new people.
Well, they could, but that
I mean,
was
they managed to do new series with all these other characters.
Yeah, but
Bloodshot,
I think
Harbinger,
Quantum,
and all
I think
that.
Quantum and Woody worked better when they were working on it. It was just this offbeat, twisted, goofball quality.
I don't know. I don't see Barry Windsor Smith working on Archer and Armstrong.
Barry Windsor Smith is retired. That's why.
Yeah, there you go. But they're still doing it. Meanwhile, over Dwayne. What is that?
At
Bloodshot.
Valiant.
Valiant. We're still on Valiant. I'm sorry. Dwayne Szyzerski and Joshua Dysart will co-write what?
Harbinger Wars.
Harbinger War. Sounds
It's
like a crossover.
It's a 4-issue limited series. Those will be drawn by Clayton Henry, which crosses over Peter Stanchek, the Renegades, Toya Harada, and Bloodshot. Apparently, Bloodshot is a Harbinger killer.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because he's not human. You know, he's got this stuff in his system, and apparently part of the stuff in his system makes him go out and kill Harbingers.
Well, good for him. He should get that fixed.
No, he can't, because then he would be orange. That's why his skin is so pale right now.
Well, then he'd be John Boehner.
He'd be well, the president has not.
Worked in a tavern.
Like,
Anyway, meanwhile, over at Dark Horse, the Hell on Earth story arc involving Bippard, it will continue in what?
Well, it'll continue in a bunch of limited series. January, we'll see the Abyss of Time limited series. March, we'll see a Cold Day in Hell limited series. And in May, we'll see a Wasteland limited series. So for all you fans of the Bippard, you will have nothing nothing but joy in your holiday stockings. Because Dark Horse is
throughout
going to
the year.
sell this
Throughout the
sucker
coming year.
until you drop dead. Besides, Star Wars may be leaving in 2013, so that's about the biggest thing they got going.
Yeah, well, I would hope that Dark Horse is looking around for something to take Star Wars' place because that big sucking sound you're going to hear is going to be Star Wars leaving the Dark Horse universe.
Starship
At
Troopers?
some point. Yeah, Starship Troopers, right. Okay.
Rocky?
Yeah, Rocky. Yeah, Rocky. Rocky and Rambo. There you go. They're sitting up.
Star Blazers?
There you go. Okay. And our last story involves Dynamite. They've got a brand new book coming up with a silly, stupid name. What is the name of it?
It's called Devilers.
Devilers, yes.
It's going to be written by Vampire's Joshua Fiakoff.
Yes.
And it'll show hell
Hell!
after it has invaded the Earth and taken over.
Isn't that what's going on in Dark Horse's Hell on Earth?
Different companies, different versions of invasions. Okay.
Of hell.
Of hell.
Yes.
Well, hell looks different. I mean, you've got Mephisto, you've got Satan, it's all different. But
God.
it all involves invasions and hell.
I'm getting a migraine.
But there's no Hellboy in this.
My favorite's Beelzebub.
Beelzebub's my
Yes,
favorite.
Beelzebub.
Old
Yeah,
Scratch,
right.
Saint Nick.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Philly the
Whatever.
Johnson.
Yeah, played a violin dance around, whatever. Okay, that's it. We're done with Fish Out here. We got no more indie news, but you can go to the store's website. Check out all the indie news this man sends me that I post up there. Bo,
Yes.
tell him something.
Sarah, tell these fine folks at home where to find the website.
I happen to know Comic Book Man spent a lot of time in high school between the principal's office and stuffed in his gym locker. www.maraltenantreality.com.
So stop off at the store's website. Check out all of his news. Until next time, this is Comic Book Man
And this is not one of the Devilers.
saying...
The Video Outhouse is brought to you by some of the finest people willing to work for free. This is a list of some of them.